Hello, everyone. In the second part of our series on the Trojan War, we will explore the fates of the heroes involved. The war brings out both the best and the worst in these legendary figures. Let's delve into their stories. As the war rages on, a major conflict arises within the Greek camp. Agamemnon, the leader of the Greek forces, seizes Briseis, a captive and Achilles' war prize, claiming her as his own. This act ignites Achilles' fury. The tension between them has been brewing, as Agamemnon and Achilles have clashed over matters of pride and authority. Agamemnon's action is the final straw for Achilles, who feels his honor has been deeply insulted. In a heated confrontation, Achilles demands the return of Briseis, but Agamemnon refuses, asserting his authority. In response, Achilles withdraws from the battle, taking his Myrmidon warriors with him. This decision is catastrophic for the Greek forces, as they lose their most formidable warrior. The morale of the Greek soldiers plummets, and they face heavy losses on the battlefield without Achilles' leadership. With Achilles absent from the battlefield, the Greeks struggle to maintain their momentum. The once confident and driven soldiers now face a rising tide of despair. Their morale continues to sink as they watch their comrades fall and their enemies gain ground. Amidst the chaos, other Greek champions step forward to fill the void left by Achilles. Odysseus, known for his cunning and strategic mind, devises plans to bolster their defenses. Ajax the Great, with his immense strength, fights valiantly to protect his fellow warriors. Diomedes, fueled by his fierce bravery, cuts through the Trojan ranks, earning him glory and respect. Yet, despite their efforts, the Greeks cannot fully compensate for Achilles' absence. On the Trojan side, heroes like Hector, Aeneas, and Sarpedon lead their warriors with valor and determination. Hector, in particular, shines as a beacon of hope for the Trojans. His leadership and prowess inspire his troops to press the advantage. He strikes fear into the hearts of the Greeks with his relentless assaults, proving himself to be a worthy opponent to any who dare face him. The war drags on, bringing immense pain and sacrifice to both sides. Families are torn apart, cities are ravaged, and countless lives are lost. The constant bloodshed takes its toll, and the battlefield becomes a grim testament to the horrors of war. Heroes on both sides endure unimaginable suffering, driven by their sense of duty, honor, and the hope of victory. The gods, ever interested in the affairs of mortals, intervene frequently in the conflict. Zeus, Hera, Athena, Apollo, and others take sides, manipulating events to favor their chosen champions. Their divine interventions often escalate the brutality of the war, as they lend their powers to turn the tide in favor of either the Greeks or the Trojans. Mortals find themselves as pawns in a larger cosmic game, their fates intertwined with the whims of the gods. Hector's leadership becomes the cornerstone of Trojan resistance. His courage and strategic acumen push the Greeks back, bringing several victories for Troy. The Greek forces, though battered, mount a fierce defense, determined not to let Troy's walls breach easily. The tide of war seems to favor the Trojans until the fateful day when Patroclus, Achilles' beloved friend, dons Achilles' armor and enters the battle. Hoping to inspire the Greeks and intimidate the Trojans, Patroclus fights bravely, but ultimately meets his demise at the hands of Hector. The death of Patroclus is a turning point, a moment of profound grief and rage for Achilles. Achilles' sorrow transforms into a burning resolve for revenge. He emerges from his self-imposed exile, driven by an unquenchable thirst for retribution. His return to the battlefield reignites the spirit of the Greek army, and they rally behind their most formidable warrior. The stage is set for the epic duel between Hector and Achilles. Both warriors, embodying the pinnacle of heroism for their respective sides, clash in a battle that will decide the fate of many. Their fight is fierce and unrelenting, each blow echoing with the weight of their personal vendettas and the hopes of their people. In a dramatic and tragic climax, Achilles overpowers Hector, ending the Trojan hero's life. Achilles' rage does not subside with Hector's death. Instead, it drives him to desecrate Hector's body, dragging it around the walls of Troy. This act of vengeance shocks both the Greeks and the Trojans, highlighting the brutal reality of war. However, in a surprising turn of events, Priam, the aged king of Troy and Hector's father, bravely approaches Achilles to plead for the return of his son's body. Priam's heartfelt plea and the sight of his grief-stricken fatherhood stirs something deep within Achilles. In a moment of compassion and humanity, Achilles agrees to return Hector's body, allowing Priam to give his son a proper burial. As the dust settles, the fates of the heroes involved in the Trojan War begin to take shape. Some will find glory, others will meet tragic ends, and the war itself will continue to weave its tapestry of heroism, sacrifice, and sorrow. Join us in the next episode as we explore the continuing saga of the Trojan War, delving deeper into the lives and destinies of its legendary heroes.